Hi, welcome at the Orange Talks. My name is Peggy and I'm in the studio, you're going to guess already, with Karin. Hi, Karin.
Hey, Peggy, we're here again for interesting, insightful conversation.
And not only that, I think also for tasteful conversations this
Absolutely.
time. Because, hey, who doesn't know the iconic green bottle that is a bit everywhere in the world, but especially here also in Brazil. And we're going to have a conversation with the top lady of Heineken. She's the one who has been leading the sustainability department already since more than 2 years. And she finds some time to be with us in the studio. So I would say, hi, Ligia.
Welcome.
Thank you, Peggy, Karin. It's a pleasure to be here with you, having a Heineken.
And every moment is good to take a Heineken, isn't it? But we're still working, so we're on the Heineken Zero. So I think that's the deal, right, Karin?
Absolutely.
But I think that we're, of course, here also not only to have a nice drink, but I will also here to have a little bit of a chat with you on COP30 and beyond, right, Karin?
Certainly, we are here with a top company who's been driving the sustainability agenda in a very impactful way. I'm very excited and curious to listen to Ligia. Ligia, tell us a little bit about some initial insights, some practical information. How have you been implementing the climate, the sustainability agenda at Heineken, or the decarbonization agenda at Heineken?
Okay, good. It's a very interesting way to start talking about sustainability at Heineken. Actually, since 2021, we launched a global strategy that calls Brew a Better World. And here in Brazil, of course, Heineken, it's already for more than 10 years now. And we started all the initiatives that regard sustainability before 2021. For example, we have initiative of restoration for 17 years. It's a legacy.
Wow, it's a bit of a pioneer's position that you have in Brazil.
It is. Actually, it's a legacy that we kept after we bought the company, the brewery company that we bought when we established Heineken here in Brazil. And we decided to keep this initiative as a legacy of water and decarbonization and so on. But back to the Brew a Better World strategy. We regard this strategy has 3 pillars: environmental, social, and responsibility. And environmental, we have, of course, goals around the low carbon economy through net zero strategy. So we have to decarbonize all the value chain, not only inside the company, but also from our suppliers. We have circularity goals also to insert volume of recycled content on our packaging, but also to improve the recycling level of glass here in Brazil, that it's not we don't reach it, the good index and so on, but we are working together with partners to raise this number. And also the strategy through water, nature and water, that it's we are a company that needs water a lot. So this is for environmental. For social, we talk about diversity, we talk about social commitments, and also safety and fair wage, and responsibility to offer other products as Heineken 00 that you can have not only if you are working, but also other opportunities where you can have a 00, but also talking about responsibility and responsible consumption.
Yeah, well, Heineken obviously brings together always people for the good reasons, né? But going back indeed to the water part, Ligia, because I think that undeniably, breweries and water, there is some relation. You need a lot of water. People sometimes tend to forget this, but you need a lot of water. So is this one of the biggest challenges you have at Heineken, to have all this circularity around water, to water treatment? Is that the biggest challenge that you have here? And how do you cope with that?
Peggy, I can say that all the items of sustainability strategy are big challenges. But for sure, water, it's an element very important for our products. And we are very care about it, because not only we are not talking just about the products, but we are talking about society and also the access to water in the communities that we are based. So Here in Brazil, we have 14 breweries, and we are 2 of them are based on what we call stress areas, water stress areas, where we are were submitted to methodologies and researches that prove that there are areas where we need to be a little bit more care about this water, because in some time
because you don't have this proximity of water. You don't have enough reserves of water on these.
Actually, the reserves are like reducing.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to be very worried about and invest on it. So our commitment is to return 1.5 times the volume of water that we use to our product. And how we return it? Planting, restoration. We do some partnerships with companies and then NGOs that work together with restoration of the soil. So then we can prove that all the water that we are using are being returned to the environmental and the nature to do not impact on it. But not only for when we talk about this balance strategy, we also have some efficiency strategies. So we have several technologies inside our brewery to reduce the liter of water that we use for each liter that we bottle. Yeah. So this strategy also is part of our reducing impact.
Yeah. How much liters do you need for 1 liter of beer?
Average of the world, 4 liters for each liter of beer. But here in Brazil, we already achieved 2.9 liters for each liter of beer, and we are going to 2.5.
It's amazing.
Yeah, this is great.
Brazil is leading by example, I think, Karen.
I think Brazil is an example in many areas, and this comment or this case that Ligia told us shows a little bit how decarbonization, sustainability is directly related to industrial process and business sense. It has to come down to business sense. It has to come down to numbers. I understand, Ligia, Heineken has a very hands-on and very business-oriented project called SPIN. Tell us a little bit more about it, because I understand one of your goals is to show that sustainability can make business sense in this project.
Exactly. It's a pleasure to talk about SPIN. We are just completing 1 year of the launch of SPIN. It was launched in June of 2024. And it's been a very good surprise, because Heineken SPIN, it's the way that we believe that the business do not need to stop spinning. We just need to spin the business in another direction. So this is the main purpose of SPIN, how to make businesses in a direction where we can improve our impact on the value chain that we are impacting through. Heineken SPIN is based on 4 pillars, and this is the main objective. It's to promote ecosystem impacts, to promote benefits on it.
Not alone inside Heineken, I think, because you do this with other partners as well. It is quite a big project, right? You invested like 150 million reais in the start of this project, so it's massive.
Yes, it's massive, and we invested just because we really believe that this is the way that we can build a business unit that can promote these ecosystems, that improve this impact that we are making through projects and initiatives that can bring value to the company, but also bring value to the society. So we have 4 verticals over there. One of them is circularity, together with Ambipar, the World Environmental Company, that we partner to promote different ways to improve the level of glass recycling here in Brazil. The other vertical regards agriculture, regenerative agriculture, together with Rizoma Agro. It's also another partnership to restore some areas that are degraded, and then we can get through this not only to promote jobs, but also to capture carbon and also to restore water. In our strategy of water, it's 800 hectares of it's like 1,000 soccer fields. It's more than that. So it's huge. It's a huge area here in Itu, interior of
just close to the factory, I think.
Exactly, close of our factory here in the countryside of São Paulo. The other vertical regards renewable energy. When we partner with Ultragaz and also Raízen to promote and offer renewable energy to our bars and restaurants. And we can also to reduce their bills, energy bills, but also to promote some decarbonization on our Scope 3 emissions. It's our partners, it's outside of our company. And for that last one, impact brands driven that are kind of a different portfolio where we can offer together with Better Drinks, that is the company that we are investing, and to increase our portfolio of different brands, but also to promote brands that have their purpose. Together with CUFA, the Central Única das Favelas, that we are also investing on entrepreneur from favelas, and it's another way to capture this power of entrepreneurship.
Clearly very different areas in which you work on driving not only sustainability, as you said, but much more than that. The SPIN project, I think one of the elements inside was also the Mambo water project. Maybe you can explain a little bit, because I think that's a bit related to the COP as well, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, Peggy, you're right. Actually, Mamba water, it's a water that it's part of our portfolio. We have a water in a Heineken portfolio, but it's the first water in Brazil that it's offered only on cans. We do not have plastic on this product, first of all. Second, it's a B Corp. So Better Drinks, it's certified as a B Corp. So we are bringing a water that is also certified as a B Corp. They also take care about their carbon and their packaging. So they work together to reduce this impact through these elements. And last, but maybe the most important, they have a purpose to donate. For each can that it's sold, we donate 1 liter of water for a community that doesn't have access to potable water. And we do it through technology systems. So we already did it on Ceará, in a community in the countryside of Ceará, a northeast state here in Brazil. And we are going now, we also did it on Rio de Janeiro, and we are going now, we just launched this initiative. We are donating systems of water treatment for Belém. In COP30, 2 communities will be receiving this treatment systems in communities near Belém that doesn't have access to potable water.
So this is very interesting.
They have to drink a lot of this water, of this Mambo water, during the COP in Belém, because the more water they drink, the more you donate to the local.
You can make it here in São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. We're not selling over there, but soon we will be. But when we find it, buy it.
Exactly. It sounds like you have very clear that sustainability and social problems have to be dealt with hand in hand. There's 2 sides of the same thing. Exactly. And that social problems do not necessarily have to be solved only through philanthropy or donations. Explain a little bit about the social responsibility, how Heineken sees it and its relation to the sustainability projects like you've just mentioned. How do you work all these fronts together?
Actually, we see it just as one thing. Here Heineken, we believe, and our mission is to take our star on the heart and on the glass of every Brazilian. But we start from the heart because the way that we do things. And this way, it's to understand what kind of value chains we are impacting through. And we see that not only our consumers have impact with our products, but also our waste speakers, for example, that takes the cans through festivals or around stadiums, where in street parties, so on. And also our street vendors that are also related to our product and take our products to our consumers. So how to be in contact with them? Because of them, because of that, we established 3 years ago the Heineken Institute. There is an organization that is formalized through as a formal organism in the company that takes care about this kind of impact that we are promoting, as we call externalities. So we believe that we are going to grow, but we really believe that we cannot grow alone. We need to impact all over these people that are together with us.
Well, it's not only the people that work at Heineken here. How many people do you have here at Heineken?
13,000.
13,000. It's a big Heineken family, but I mean, if I understand well, it's much bigger than this, because you work with a lot of people that are sales and suppliers, and so the Heineken family is very big. So that's nice to make this kind of impact together with all of them. It looks, if I hear you talking, Ligia, it looks all very simple. What are the obstacles? What do you see? Because you're leading the whole sustainability department. What do you see as obstacles? Well, what is still the challenge of achieving these sustainability goals for Heineken?
Yes. Well, as I said, we have a lot of challenges, but I think the most when I talk about sustainability initiatives or projects, so on, I see the biggest challenge that I have, it's about to put everybody in the same room at the same time for the same reasons. Because sometimes we do not have these coincidences of interest, because it's a very dynamic company. So, of course, that we have these coincidences, but the timing, sometimes it can be different. So I think the most important thing that I can do is to understand how is the timing and how is the interest, or how I can, as sustainability, help other areas to work together with sustainability, not to the other areas to promote sustainability, but how sustainability can help them to achieve their own goals.
Is it difficult to engage, you think, also people in this journey, or?
No, I don't think it's good to engage, because once that you explain the reason why and how we are working together and what is behind it, everybody's very keen to go further in this project. Everybody's connected and engaged with us. But I think that sometimes we need to move from the other side. Let me understand what your interest and how can I help you to promote it, or even go faster, or even go in a broader way of impact. And then we can put it all together, because at Heineken, and I work also in other companies, sustainability is a very real thing,
And so it's now. It's time to act now. This is
and our CEO, it's very keen also to support these initiatives, even though the difficult moments that we are passing through globally. Heineken publicly did not let any kind of objectives behind. So we are very connected with the importance of this agenda, and we are going through to evolve this even more and more.
Yeah, this strategy of putting the right people around the same table in the same room at the same time looks like a strategy that needs to be paid more attention to, especially now that we have COP in Brazil. It may be an opportunity to put people from different sectors, different companies, government, NGOs around the same table in the same room. Do you see a COP in Brazil this year as an opportunity for fostering dialogue, implementing solutions, getting things done in the mutirão sense of way, as the COP presidency is talking about? How do you see that?
Karin, you were right. I think there is no such a greater image to see everybody around the table for the same reason. And I see COP30 as a great moment to enjoy and also to accelerate some agendas. We are seeing COP as be called as the implementation. It's the COP of the implementation. action, this multidão that the president of the COP are calling. And I really see all this implementation happening as we just talked about Heineken's being and other kind of initiatives and partnerships that are happening through Heineken ecosystem with partners, with suppliers, with clients, so on. So I see COP as a great opportunity and a great moment, even here in Brazil, even more here in Brazil, to make it happen with different associations and also how you can lead some agendas that is important for your business, but also is important for the community that you are inserted in.
I assume that Ligia is going to the COP30, right, in Berlin?
Yes,
Yeah. So what is on your bucket list? What do you want to take out? What will make you happy if you come back from the COP?
Yes, we see, of course, since the beginning, and we started to discuss about COP like 1 year ago. Since the beginning, we also had in a very clear way that COP is not about November. Yeah. It cannot be just about November. So we decided to build a journey to the COP. Of course, that we are having already a journey to the COP30 with some encounters, a roadshow of Heineken Spain. We are taking some people to know these initiatives in place in our sites on not only talking together with better drinks to know Mamba better, but also with in the initiatives of agriculture, regenerative agriculture in Itu, and also about glass in Recife. But we are building this journey together with our partners, with our customers, and with our all the opinion formers that are connected to our reality. Then at COP, of course, we're going to have our initiatives over there, our encounters, our meetings, of course, to not only to show what we are promoting in Brazil as a community, but also in terms of Heineken globally, how Heineken, it's a company, it's not just a beer company, but it's beyond beer. How we are talking with our community, why a beer, it's investing on decarbonization and investing on an economy, a low carbon economy, and what brings better to the business, and how we can teach also and influence and inspire other companies to do the same. But we also have a pulse copy that it's part of the worry that we have that Belém, it's a city where it's calling a lot of attention, but it cannot be forgotten after COP. So we are promoting some legacies over there. Mm-hmm. So we are going to let also our water system treatment, but we are also talking to build on microforests. I don't know if you know, but Belém, it's one of the cities, even around the forest, it's one of the cities that has less forests inside the capital.
Green area,
green areas. Uh-huh. So it's a very interesting thing. And we are going to partner with municipality to build a microforest over there. And also all the legacies with circularity and so other with young and vulnerability. So we are talking about legacy on the post-copy that is very, very important. It's the way that we do things.
Well, it's definitely a journey until the COP, but if I understand well, there is much more after the COP and continuing building on what has been built for the COP and beyond. So I think it's a very nice story, Ligia. I think we could have talked for a few more hours with her.
Indeed. Or we may invite her after the COP to tell a bit more about the legacy projects and how that has been.
Exactly. And how did it really work out? But I think for the moment, I think we can say already cheers to a great COP and a great program over there. And thank you for being with us in the studio.
Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, Carrie. Let's cheers.
On a good Heineken. And I'll say also to the people that are listening to us and watching us, thank you for being with us again. And keep tuned because there is more on the COP30 coming up. So if you want to stay COP connected, then stay tuned at Dutchen. See you soon. Karin, I think you will be back with me, right?
Certainly.
Okay.
Absolutely. I learn every episode. I love it.
Exactly. See you guys soon. Ciao.